His side were beaten, Graeme, but should he be a relieved man after that first leg?
Dodged the bullet, Tommy. I mean, they were completely outplayed by a very, very impressive Ajax team in the first half. But they managed somehow in the second half to scratch their way back into the game. You know, they bullied Ajax in the second half. They knocked them out of their stride. Ajax hit the post with a great chance midway through the second half. If that goes in, I think they might be too big for them to climb, but they're still very much in it. They will hope they can go to Amsterdam, enjoy a bit of luck, maybe have Son back, bully them like they did in the second half, knock them out of the stride again like they did in the second half, and maybe create a bit more, because they didn't create too much tonight, Tottenham. They huffed and puffed a lot, but didn't really lay a finger on them.
Let's see that goal, and he talked about a lack of energy in the first half. Is that what you saw as the problem?
No, Van de Beek, great feet there, great awareness of everything's around about. We'll circle him here. Watch, he runs into the box, he'll put his arm up here, he thinks there's a cross coming in. When it does come in, watch him readjust his position. He starts to walk out because he thinks he might be offside. The ball ends up with Ziyech here, and he's opened his body out. Look, he's opened his body out. He's asking for it. Danny Rose is thinking of the wide play at the bottom of the picture. He's got one eye on him, where he should have closed the space between himself and Vertonghen, but he doesn't. And that's where the Ziyech finds the space to slip the pass in there. See, he should have a wee bit narrower. Danny Rose is worried about the player at the bottom of the picture, and he has time to hesitate here to beat. And easily puts it past Lloris. He had a fantastic first half.
All over the place at times, Spurs, Keith.
And it's in the first half, the way that Ajax played, they played with freedom. We were all singing Van de Beek's praises in the first half. He was the best player on the pitch by some distance. So Eriksen should have taken him down here. Tadic could have gotten the shot off. He's unselfish. He lays it off. And if Neres finds the back of the net, that could be very much it. But they were nowhere near it, Spurs, in the first half, and were fortunate to come in 1-0.
What a huge moment that Neres shot was, Niall. And was there enough in that second half and in the way that they played to give them hope for the second leg?
Signs that they can, impose themselves a little bit better than they did in the first half. They had a much better attitude second half, and I kind of listened to the manager there. He was kind of complaining that they were tired and that the others started better. Well, I think the fact that they finished well augurs well. You know, I don't think it was anything to do with the game at the weekend. I think they just had more self-belief in the second half. They found chances. Now, unfortunately, in the entire 90 minutes, there's the only shot on target that they had. So there's not much quality there at all. I think Son will make a difference, a huge difference to that, if they are and they play with, that they finish off, say, if you like, from the second half performance and go into the game and really take it by the scruff of the neck in Amsterdam. But that said, I'd have to say that, all year, you just have to look at the form of Ajax all year to know that they're going to score in that game. Yeah. And that's going to make life difficult. If they get two, that makes life very difficult because they've had one shot on target after 90 minutes tonight.
This Ajax team are the real deal, Tommy. There's nothing to suggest that that's going to change next week. They've been to some of the biggest grounds in world football, and they've done it. And they've done it again tonight with ease. And they have to show a lot of character. We're talking about Spurs in the second half, having a little bit of a go. They stood up to it, Ajax.
Spurs will be encouraged that they managed to knock them out of their stride in the second half. But in doing that, they still didn't create a great deal. OK, they stopped them playing, but they weren't creating themselves. And you'd have to expect Ajax being at home would be on ball more. And that's the first time I've seen this Ajax team disappoint. They played like a young team in the second half. They allowed themselves to be bullied, which, they've stood up to every challenge so far, going to the Bernabeu, big atmosphere, going to Turin, big atmosphere. Tonight, the second half, they allowed themselves to be brushed aside physically. And when you're experienced, you can rise to that. But they are a super team, and I would fully expect them to be bang on it for the game in Amsterdam.
And go through?
Yeah, I think it's advantage Ajax.
OK.